Hi, I'm Judson. I am one of many designers at Loom that had the opportunity to work on this rebrand. And I would love to tell you a little bit about our visual system, how we took that brand strategy work that Brooks just talked about in the previous Loom, turned it into a brand, and how we turned that brand into a website. I say that very specifically because I think a lot of designers end up getting into a rebrand project that kind of waters itself down into just a marketing site redesign. And with the great direction from our head of design Joshua and our director of brand Stuart, we knew that this was not just a marketing site redesign. We would we're going to release a marketing site redesign, but it is one output of many outputs that this rebrand will take. So that being said, I would love to just show you some of our Figma files and just talk about all of the work that we did leading up to this rebrand. Starting with mood boards, which is what everyone loves to do when you start a rebrand. Way back in February, pre not flying anywhere, we all flew to San Francisco and got together and did some brand strategy workshops with Brooks, and came up with 5 different kind of core themes that we wanted to mood board around, and get some ideas from everything to humanity to nearness and distance, that relationship, sincerity and vulnerability. And we didn't limit ourselves to just graphic design and cool stuff that we liked, which we definitely did, don't get me wrong, but we also spent a lot of time thinking about Noah Baumbach's Marriage Story, which you can watch on Netflix, which is something that I tried to bring into every mood board that I worked on in this project. And great photography that we were interested in. This is I think a scene from a Vampire Weekend music video that Stuart was into. And we tried to bring as much meaning and reasoning behind why we brought these things into our mood boards. But it was a really super engaging workshop that we spent a lot of time kind of presenting and pitching our mood boards and why we chose everything that we chose. And it gave us a lot of foundation to go off and explore, which is what we did. We set up a number of sprints throughout April and May to actually hone in on and actually spread our wings a little bit and just design whatever we felt like designing. And we did a lot of stuff that honestly did not work. But we really, really, really went for it. And I'm so happy with the amount of time that we spent just concepting different ideas, concepting different styles, trying to find what was right for Loom. Eventually, we started thinking about this bubble and block idea that Brooks talked about, and how when the bubble interacts with the block, when your face interacts with your work, and you can explain the work that you're doing using Loom, it reveals more, it adds more layers. And so we came up with this initial idea that I was really excited about, that we are using in different ways, a little bit more subtly than we're using here throughout the website. And that kind of gets us on our way to sort of the concept that launched everything, which was this grid system, that when the bubble interacts with the block, it can expand, it can show us new ideas, it can interact with the shapes on the page, and affect it. So this was a prototype that I came up with in Figma just to explain that concept. And this is kind of what launched us into the brand that we have today. So I'm going to show the website real quick. And you can see how the grid system is kind of developed into its own on Loom.com, and how that's sort of evolved in the 3 to 4 months that we've played with the brand. But also seeing how the bubble interacts with the block, how the bubble interacts with your work, and how it engages with whatever product you're working on or project you're working on. There is so much more to this brand that I can't even dive into. I told myself I would make this a 3-minute video, and it's already 5. So I will stop talking. But I hope you guys enjoy some of the process that we show here and get something good out of it. Cool. Thanks.